What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Flying Brian's Garage. Today, actually going to be working on a new project for, I guess, just a new project. I don't know what it's for, to be honest with you. I had somebody from Marketplace come over for some lawnmower parts, and come to find out he's a little more like me than I thought when it comes to working on stuff and this, that, and another. But he actually suggested that I should get into working on the old JC Penney. It's like a 60s or 70s unit, and the engine's locked up. I got the head and everything. I got to clean all this up, put it all back together, unlock it, but take you around here, and I think I solved my camera noise, so that should be good. But this old unit here, we're just gonna see if we can get it run. Alright, got it all up on the lift and all that good stuff. I gotta reassemble it and do some work on the frame, but we're actually gonna see how bad the rust is and all this, that, and another. Look at this beautiful chunkiness coming out of here. That's nasty. That's real nasty. Well, this is how far I've gotten. I put a different starter on it, even though I got the other one unlocked. I still gotta play with it and get it right. But this one's free, and it's a little bit bigger of a starter, so it should help turn this engine over. This thing is pretty rough, but we're gonna see what we can do with it. Last night I did a bunch of cleaning on the engine. I've lubricated stuff and let it soak, let it sit, and hoping that it's getting past the rings there and all that good stuff. I know that our intake valve is completely shot. The exhaust valve looks like it's okay, but the intake valve, especially on the inside, let's turn this engine around real quick. Let me grab a light for y'all so y'all can actually see what I am talking about. Let's see. Look at that exhaust valve in there. Look how chewed up that is. It's actually missing a huge chunk out of it. So I'm going to have to get an intake valve. I might have said exhaust valve, I meant intake, because that wouldn't last long for it just snap clean off. We're going to let this continue to soak, and we're going to go ahead and move to the body real quick, and we're going to go ahead and see what we can do about this thing. We got a good bit of rust, a good bit of frame rot. The bottom of the seat is completely just gone. Floor panels are gone. Frame is gone. Deck gone. Steering gone. Deck mounts gone. Okay, so real quick, been trying to find out what year this is. I actually found the plate number here, but it's wore off. That 9 right there made me think this was a 79. 1979 JC Penney rear engine lawnmower. So I decided that I should look up the engine code, because I'm pretty sure this is a stock engine, and the code 78102611. So 78 is your last two numbers of the year. So it would be a 1978, manufactured in January, because that's where the 1 is. Let's get y'all back in view. There you go. 78 is a year. January is the manufacturer month. That's the manufactured day. Hold on, let me... I'm wrong. 78's the year. October is the month that this was manufactured. 26, so it's October 26th of 1978 that this engine was made, and the 11 is, it identifies the plant and assembly line that it was on. So if I have to say, my engine is a 1978 Briggs & Stratton 8 horsepower. 319cc engine. The frame is either a 78 or 79. JC Penney rear engine garden tractor. Because when I'm getting from that 9, it's got to be 79. Real quick, since I was inspecting and cleaning the frame, I want to make sure nothing bends back here, especially when I put the engine on. There's very little there to hold. I mean, that's pretty thin. So I am going to weld a backing on here, and I'm going to make it out of an old snapper blade. So I'm going to cut it off there, cut it off there, and then that way our holes will be centered up in the middle, and if I want to, I can add something to, you know, if I wanted to pull a light trailer with it or something, or if I sell it, somebody could do something with it, you know. Got an update. It has been a while. As you see, it's dark. It has taken me forever to mount these tires up and get them on the wheels and everything. I did find a set of MTD front wheels that will fit this tractor because they're 1/4 inch axles instead of 1/2 inch. So the only ones that'll really fit it is old snapper front wheels that would like came on this machine, and MTD style. So I had a couple in the storage shed back there, and I went and pulled them out, and we got them on. We've still got to do our steering wheel. I've got an ignition switch in it, and I've got the plate here screwed down, but I don't have any wiring yet. I'm not going to do any wiring as of now. I just went ahead and put a switch in it because I found one, and I was like, you know what, I'll screw it in real quick. I'll probably put one in later. We have our transmission mounted. Everything seems to work. I checked it, and it actually shifts, and
it goes, you can turn, and you know, everything operates because it's a chain drive, but then it converts to a it's like a angled gearbox, I guess you'd call it. I think it's a Peerless, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to do a little research on it, but I think it's a Peerless. It's a one, and you got second, hold on, first, second, third, and then reverse, and then all this is just neutral. I was able to source a seat from the shop that actually just mounted straight up to the bracket. I did have to take it did have a folded up seat bracket that would fold up, but I had to take it off because I could not get the bolt there loose. It is completely seized in there, and I'd have to cut it out. So I just decided to take this off. It bolted up right there. So I took it off, and I just mounted this seat directly to the base here, and I put it back as last hole far back as I could. The frame is pretty clean. I've got the joints for the steering soaking in some white lithium grease. I don't have any more penetrating lube because it decided it just wanted to all leak out last night over everything, so that's just great. But I also got the clutch pedal unseized, and it is operating good. It's just the rod is catching. That's why it wouldn't move there for a minute. But other than that, I mean, it's coming along. If I can get the engine broke loose and the steering done, I can get this tractor to run. I guess I wouldn't call this a I'd call it a lawnmower. It's not a tractor. But I also got the same style tires. They're a little different tread, but I mean, it's the same size. These are Turf Savers, and those are Turf Pros. But I'm going to put these on the rear. I've already got one on, and I'm working on the other, and I'm hoping that they'll clear. Well, I got bad news on the back wheel. I was going to pull off the tire, and it just disintegrated. I mean, there's a hole here. There's a hole here. There's a huge hole where the valve stem core is actually supposed to go, or the valve stem itself. And yeah, it's just toast. I'm surprised this one made it, because it did get a little beat up around the edges, because the tire is so hard to get on and off of this thing. But I'm not even sure if I'm going to get that off on the other side. That's in bad shape. Alright guys, so I'm just going to take a quick second here and got to say a couple things. I guess this is my little commercial. But subscribe to the channel. Go down there and like it, because it don't get seen if you don't like it. Apparently YouTube has some kind of weird algorithm or whatever hell it's called, that just, if you don't like and engage in the videos, they don't get seen as much. So comment down below, like the videos, go check out Facebook, the Instagram, and I'm probably going to lose the Snapchat soon, so I wouldn't even bother with that. Other than that, yeah, go do all those things, and go check out some of the previous videos that I've filmed before. There's tons of videos on this channel, and you know, there's pretty good videos back then, and it'll kind of show you where I've
came from and where I've gotten to. So go check out those videos and keep engaging with ones I'm making, and that's all I really got to say. So let's get back into the video. Alright guys, back on the JC Penney build. I'm actually in the middle of another build right now. We got my buddy Shaggy's dropped mower that he's building there. Y'all can go see it in another video. But where we left off, I was actually trying to get this hub, this wheel off of this axle. I still got to keep cutting to where I can get it off. I'm not going with the engine. I cannot get it broke free. It is just completely, it's wasted. It is completely wasted. The valves inside are wasted. It just sat way too long. But we're still going to get this thing going. And we have a donor engine. I got this from Shaggy. It's a 8-horse Tecumseh. So I mean, it's still going to have an 8-horse on it. It's got a brand new starter. It's got a brand new carburetor. I've got a tank. I've got a shut-off valve and a fuel filter. It's already got an exhaust on it. This is a runner. I have ridden that machine. Got the donor here pulled and in the shop. I'm actually about to get it mocked up on here. Alright, so I got the engine bolted down on the JC Penney, and now I'm working on doing a spot for the gas tank. I'm going to come up from here and make a spot for the snapper holder for the snapper gas tanks. So far, that's my setup. 8-horse Tecumseh, brand new starter, brand new carburetor. I'm going to get the air breather hooked up on this unit somehow. And yeah, that's my gas tank holder. I have it welded here. It is 2 blades welded together. And then I'm not going to have a little spot toe, but that's actually going to be a pivot. I ran out of welding wire, but it's going to be a pivot to go down. So, going to get on it tomorrow. Alright, back on the JC Penney.
I had to do surgery on my welding wire last night because the welding wire, this spool that Shaggy got from Harbor Freight, actually was wrapped wrong and it broke off way down in here, so I had to do surgery to get the wire out. But I got it fixed, and we're going to continue with the welding on the rear because I think he is on his way and he's going to be doing his front end. So I want to get my welding out of the way so he kind of can take charge when he gets here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my brace welded. I got some of it welded last night. We got to get it welded down here, and then it should keep our tank from wobbling so much. Done with the gas tank bracket. So this was off of our part snapper, and actually so was this blade, and this was another snapper blade. So what I did was the rear end was actually cut out on this mower, and it was just a big gaping hole, so I cut down a snapper blade and put it dead center. I added me a little chain just for, you know, I don't know, just to have there, I guess. And then what I did was I added this little thing that actually I cut off the front of that. That was the front deck holder, and I was going to use it as a little tow area, but then I decided I needed a place for a gas tank because there wasn't one on this engine, and there's no place on this lawnmower for one because it was actually came stock with the gas tank on the engine. So I welded this snapper blade going straight up. I welded another smaller piece of blade onto there so it would slide up into here. Then I welded this onto that. Then I took another piece of blade and cut it down and added a support, welded it from up here to down there. Then I cut another blade, which was a push mower blade. I cut the sides off of it, and I welded brackets on each side so it'll, you know, stay in place. And I welded all the way around everything, so I think that's going to hold pretty good. Working on the steering. About got it done. Got a tank situated here. Air filter on. Gas line in place. Alright, so got the steering in here. This is our setup. You'll see the rod that comes down into it. Goes up, curves, comes up, and I got a big old washer welded here to keep the steering from moving around. So we're going to go ahead and get the thing here. I had to also weld a plate here because the hole was much bigger. But this one now slide over. So oh yeah, that looks good. And a little steering boot. Cap.
Where's the tripod?
It's over there.
Yeah. I was thinking about it before I put this case on. Figure it out for you.
Alright, looks like we got steering. Alright, so we got our steering column box on. Everything's perfect sized. You see in there, everything's looking good. And then we got under here, there's steering pivot goes up, and everything's broke free, so we actually have steering. It's not the right column for this, but it works. Got the wiring done for the switch, at least. Runs in right there and down through the frame up. We got a battery from the beast on here. I got a solenoid, all the wiring hooked up for a good bit of it, at least the start and kill. So runs pretty good. And the key actually kills it on this one. Alright, back at it today. Shaggy's not here working on his stuff. I'm out here by myself. Last night we got this thing running off the key. So the key will start it and kill it. I've got all the wiring done for such and all that good stuff. Solenoid's in. I robbed the battery from the beast. It runs great. I mean, heck, I could kick it over right now. It fires right up. We also got our steering done last night, so the old JC Penney is getting close to being done. I went ahead and took a wire, brushed everything, and kind of cleaned it up. It kind of revealed back some of the yellow. You can see it. So what I did was I wire brushed it as much as I could, you know, kind of bring out some more of the yellow that was in there. And I'm gonna go for a patina look on this. And I went ahead and oiled it down, and I wiped my gas tank down really good, wiped the seat down really good on both sides, wiped the steering wheel down. Everything's nice and clean. This isn't the original seat, but it is an old seat. As you can see, there is some moss growing in it, but I mean, it's a pretty nice seat nonetheless. Snapper tank and holder with snapper blades. We've got bigger front wheels and tires. Those are MTD wheels. Ignition switch and wiring harness out of a snapper. Steering column and steering wheel out of the beast, the original. What I did was I cut the box off of it and just welded it onto what I was going with. I'm probably going to wire up this little round light just because it's old and it kind of matches, and it's looking fairly good, and I think this is going to be like a go-kart build. So alright guys, we're going to go ahead and cut this video. It's going to be either a 2-parter or a 3-parter, I'm not sure. I'm sitting here editing it now and it's getting kind of long, so we're going to go ahead and actually cut this part of the video, and we're going to move on to the next part of the video, so y'all see it in about a couple days. Go down there and leave a like. I hope y'all like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet,
We got a couple more, at least 1 or 2 more parts of this video coming out, and then we got another series that's being built in the shop right now. It is a lowered speed mower, so you know, stay tuned. Got a lot more stuff coming. Comment down below if you have any questions about this build, your build. Just want to say something in general. Love to hear from you. Go check out the Facebook, the Instagram, the Snapchat, and now there is a TikTok again, so you can go check out the TikTok. Just look us up, Flying Brian's Garage, everywhere, and you will find us. And stay tuned for part 2, and I will see you guys on part 2.